No appetite, scratchy throat, runny nose too. Got to see my doctor, it could be the flu. Oh doctor, doctor, I ain't doing good. If I got the flu, then that's understood. He said open your mouth wide, say ah. You've got all the symptoms of the flu thus far. I got the flu, I got the flu, I got the flu. Doctor, tell me what to do. I got the flu, I got the flu. Oh doctor, please tell me what to do. Wait. He checked my pulse, he sound my chest, said drink plenty liquids, be sure and don't forget. Check my pressure, he checked my glands, said take this injection, sure you understand. He wrote a prescription, prescribed for me. He said down the road there's a local pharmacy. You ain't so good, I must confess. Take your medication and get lost.
Hey guys, we're gonna get started shortly. Get your friends on. This is a pop-up party. What that means is this was not planned whatsoever. So this is for those persons that just happen to be available and to get on now. So get them on, get them on. We'll be starting in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes.
There's a bush doctor, live down in the creek. His name is Ricardo, but they call him Rick. He boiled a concoction and said to me, drink it all down and you'll be flu-free. He said, some lard and banana leaf to break the fever. For your head cold, some chamber lye, little bit of gala wind and Saracee. If they don't help you, son, get on your knees. I got the flu, I got the flu, I got the flu. Doctor, tell me what to do. I got the flu, I got the flu. Oh doctor, please tell me what to do. I got the cough, I got to sneeze, I got a bad headache, oh it wouldn't ease. Fever so high, I got the chills, I feel so weak, I think I need my pill. Don't come too close, I just might sneeze. This thing is contagious, I can't even breathe. My nose all clogged up, I feel like a wreck. They say, stay out of the draft, you might catch a check. I got the flu, I got the flu. Doctor, I got the flu. Tell me what to do, boy. I got the flu, I got the flu. Oh!
Good night, good night, good night, everybody. I hope everybody had a fantastic day. I know Monday is one of those days that you run from, but I hope you had a great Monday. Like myself, I will not complain, but I know somebody wanted to bring on the speaker. So if they are out there and they can hear the sound of my voice, they can unmute their mic right now. Let me see if they do. Pastor Terrell, are you out there? Anyway, guys, my name is Dr. Ruth Ann Newton Lyburn out of Freeport, Bahamas. I can't show my face tonight because I look a hot mess, and I do mean a hot mess. So my caregiver did not come today, so I really look a hot mess. What? So yes, guys, that's my grandbaby on the side of me. You know how it is working from home. You got to do what you got to do. So I want to say welcome to tonight's presentation. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. So welcome to tonight's presentation. And what we wanted to do was just do a pop-up shop for those persons that sometimes can't get on the nightly Zooms that are now at 10 o'clock our time. But we just wanted to do this for those individuals that said, you know, I want to know more about Sankey. I want to know, what is this that y'all have over here? Well, guys, we do have something special. And I personally believe that I was introduced to this company. It doesn't even feel like a year has passed, but only because COVID has happened do you kind of realize that, yes, a year has transpired, a year has happened. So I was introduced to this company back in 2019, November, and they basically invited me and some persons to start in a health and wellness company. They didn't really tell us much. They called me and asked me, actually our CSMO, who's our CSMO now, called me and said, do you know anybody in the Bahamas that would be interested in this incredible health and wellness company that I'm thinking of getting a part of? So I was like, okay. So the first persons that, of course, that I thought of was Pastor King Terrell, Pastor Knowles, and then I thought of Queen Donnelly Adderley, nurse of over 20 plus years. And so I was like, okay, these are two persons that I definitely feel will ride with me. They're my riders, and you know, we will go to the end doing business together. So I was like, you know, we gotta do this. And so of course King Terrell was like, okay, what do I need to do? So I was like, okay, I need your name. They're gonna send you your ticket. You're gonna be put up in a hotel. They're gonna show us what this company is about, and let's do it. So he said, fine. Nurse Donnelly said, let's do it. Then we had somebody else named Shelly Mortimer, who's another nurse of over 30 years in the nursing industry, nursing space. So they all came with us. And so Queen Donnelly turns to me and says, oh, so Dr. Ruth Ann, you're going to be there? I was like, no, I'm not going to be there. She's like, hold on now. You telling us we can, but why aren't you going? I said, listen, I ain't a wheelchair man. You all know how traveling on a wheelchair is. First of all, that means I have to have a caregiver with me. And second of all, that means I got to make sure everything is in place, you know, to make sure I got a ramp, everything, you know, it has to be handicap friendly per se. And I hate that, but that's what it has to be because that's what I need. And so she was like, listen, if you're going to be in charge of this, and so did King Terrell say the same thing, if you can be in charge of this, you need to be present. I was like, you know what? Only God. And guys, all I could say is it was only God that got me to the States, had me stay by the CSMO's house, Queen Dr. Helen's home. She provided a ramp. She made sure that there was a caregiver there for me. It was simply amazing because literally everything fell in line. So I knew there was something special about this company to start off, because there was no way that there was my mom's co-worker just happened to be going over on the boat that same weekend that I needed to go, actually that same week, because it was like the middle of the week, Tuesday that I left. And so to me, everything started aligning. So it made me say, maybe, you never know, maybe. So guys, I got to this meeting. We all got there the following day. We were sitting down And the first thing that they did is they took about a few of the persons from the front of the room and they took them to the back. Okay. And so, you know, us Bahamians, we little nosy, we all the Bahamians sitting at the table. I think the only person that wasn't sitting to the table with us was Pastor Terrell. He was at the men's table, you know. And so literally, guys, we all sitting around the table saying, I wonder what happening over there. And so one of the persons that left our table, they had pulled her as well. And that's Queenie Lane from Turks and Caicos. And so we were like, you know, when she came up, we were like, what are they doing over there in the back? So she's like, man, they do something on my nail bed and they tell me come and sit back down. So we're like, okay. So after they had done that whatever they were doing, they actually then gave out this green liquid. So they each gave us, you know, cups of this green liquid, which was absolutely delicious. And that was the funny thing, because, you know, normally just things in general, healthy things normally taste bad. And so it was cold, it was icy, it tasted good, guys. And so we were like, okay, what is this? So they started the presentation, guys. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little bit of what we saw that night. Hold a sec. So here we go. And let me see what the messages say, just in case someone is telling me, did I record it? Yes, sir, we can. Yes, Pastor Terrell, definitely. Okay, so guys, first of all, I want to say that we are not here to cure or mitigate any disease, but we are here to give you information that can definitely change your life and your outlook on natural or nutraceuticals, as we like to call it, because these are literally natural supplements that are simply amazing. So what is the company called? It's called Sanky. San means respect and key for vital energy, okay? And so I want to welcome you to my Lifestyle Connect pop-up Sankey party. Woohoo! Yes! That's where we are, guys. We are at Sankey's pop-up party and we're going to have a blast. So why would there be the reasons for you not to join? I don't even like that word, but to even take a look at Sankey Global. Why would you want to do it? What makes us stand out? What makes us so special? So first of all, some of the reasons that you'd want to look at Sankey is, well, job, health, money, and overhead. And this is from a perspective of business, but I'm going to pass over this slide because personally, at this moment, that's not important. And why I say that's not important, if you're interested in the business, you're going to get back to the person that brought you to this call and allow them to explain it further. But I'm not here to do that tonight. I'm here to talk to you about these products. So I'm going to explain to you who these individuals are on in this picture. To the far left, we have Dr. Behia Diaz. He is our scientific director of Sankey Mayor. This is a company of over 50 years, guys. So you heard me correct, half a century old, that has literally been in formulating these products to make sure that we have products that can do something so special to the body. And, you know, his main goal was to literally recreate, listen now, recreate the gut of a centenarian, someone that was over 100 years old, because he is Japanese French doctor. And in his practice in Japan, in Okinawa, he found that all of these persons, they were one, over 100, and two, they were actually healthy. And I mean healthy, guys. I'm talking they moved around. They didn't have any communicable illnesses. You know, they didn't have any degenerative illnesses. So no arthritis, no creaks, no cracks. It was fantastic. Their skin looked healthy. They walked about standing tall, not curved over. So his main goal and the information that was passed down to him by other scientists and doctors was, you know what? We need to know why these centenarians are so healthy, one, and how are they maintaining it? What they found, that it was in the gut of these centenarians, that it all was happening in the gut. The fermentation process in the gut of these centenarians. So at the top, you see Gert Miller and N.C. Miller. These are brothers, and Alejandro Tello. They are the founders of Sankey Global. Literally, they have been in business for years and years in the network marketing space, in the multi-level marketing space, or like some people say, direct sales. And at one point, they found that their business wasn't going so good. And so they were like, what are we going to do? So Alejandro Tello literally went on a search and a quest, and he bumped into, literally flying all the way to Japan. He went around the world looking for a product that could definitely change the lives of individuals. and he came across Dr. Behe Adias. And guys, on a handshake, are you hearing me? On a handshake, after meeting Dr. Behe Adias, sitting down with him, having conversations with him on a handshake. And I think this is so powerful because for me, it's powerful. My dad would have been 84 this year. God rest his soul. His birthday just passed. And when I think it's so special is because my father always spoke about a gentleman's handshake, the power of a gentleman's handshake, that's the era that he came from. So on a gentleman's handshake, Alejandro Tello left Japan with Dr. Behe Adias's blessings to start Sankey Global and to utilize his products that he had been creating for over, like I said, at that time, it would have been 40 years, okay? And so this is where the birth of Sankey Global started. Then we have Jose Emmanuel Evita. He is our COO. And then we have Dr. Helen De La Huse. She is our CSMO, first African-American to be in this space, female. So we are very proud to have her. She's a dynamic, fantastic woman. For those that didn't hear her on the Daryl Miller Show, get back to the person that brought you to this call. Ask them for those interviews. She blew it out of the water. We were like, whoa, to the point where my phone nearly broke with all the calls that came in regarding it. So listen, Sankey is backed by 50 years of science and studies and literally the latest in nutrigenomics and Japanese biotechnology. So we're very scientific. And I know sometimes people are like, okay, y'all a little too scientific. Yeah, well, we are. But I think that that is so cool because we are showing you how our products, in the process of what they do, they develop active components that are revolutionizing the nutrition at the cellular level. So we're not even dealing with things on a topical level. We are literally going down deep to things that you cannot see. So I have even found sometimes with the Sankey products, when you start taking them, things that you didn't know what was wrong with you start appearing. Like if you didn't think you had a lot of mucus in your body, you start coughing up a lot of mucus. You know, different things start happening because why? The body is trying to literally reverse, recover, and restore its health. And one of the main things that Dr. Behe Adias went out to do is to bring the body to homeostasis. And what is that? Yeah, that's a big word, but homeostasis simply means to bring the body to balance, to the balance that God created it should be at. So what the body can do, what God created it to do. So like we say, we don't claim that our products heal or cure anything, but we will tell you that our products allow the body to get into a state that allows it to do what it needs to do, which is heal itself. So I am telling you guys, one thing you will find is that your health will be restored. Your energy will be restored. You know, we had one person I remember telling me, oh, I felt tired after taking the Belage. You know, if that was to ever happen to you, guess what that means, guys? It means that your body truly needs to flush. You need to keep drinking the product, drink more water, because guess what? Your cells are completely depleted. You don't think they are, but they are. And so that's what I'm saying. Like when you're dealing with something that's going to literally assist and aid in your cellular development, you will be amazed at what you don't see. I hope you catch that on the way home, and I hope you caught it just now. But you will be amazed at what you don't see. So here are some of the statistics that have happened in the United States. And I know this is not Caribbean statistics, but I am sure, sadly, I feel that our statistics might even be more. So it says 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight. Well, I know here in the Bahamas, particularly, everywhere I turn, I know I can count 3 people and all 3 of them will be overweight. Did you hear me? So I'm not even saying 2 out of 3. I can count 3 people in the Bahamas, and I'm sure all 3 of them will not be the size that they're supposed to be. 1 in 3 children in America are overweight. Well, guys, I know, for instance, with me, I have a son that is overweight, and we are constantly fighting with him regarding this. And the thing is, with him, he's an active child. So he plays basketball, he plays football, he's a swimmer, he plays tennis, he does all these things, but he's still overweight. And COVID last year did not help at all. So for all of those kids that literally sat out of PE for a whole entire year, I can only imagine how they feel. okay? Because they're gaining that weight. They've gained a lot of fat around their heart. We need to deal with them, guys. Every 34 seconds, someone in the US suffers from a heart attack. Women account for nearly half of the heart attack deaths. Did you hear what I just said? And this is something that we don't even talk about. We don't like to talk about diabetes in the Caribbean, high blood pressure. So diabetes, high blood pressure, all of these things. So now we're not even talking about the heart attacks that are happening in our women that account in the United States. Nearly half are women. Are you hearing me? And over a lifetime, heart disease kills women 5 times more than breast cancer. Now, you got to listen to what I just said. Over a lifetime, heart disease kills women 5 times more than breast cancer. And I know anyone on this call, I have had many friends that either have had breast cancer, come over it, been able to, be able to get over it, and some persons that have succumbed to it. But did you hear what this said? That heart disease kills women. We talk about breast cancer all the time. So imagine how many women are dying of heart disease. Okay. Women take on everything. We take on everything there is. And so we always try to be the pillars of strength. You understand? But it's killing us, guys. 29.1 million people in the US have diabetes. 1.4 million new cases of diabetes every year. Diabetes are killing in the United States, and not only in the United States, but guess what? In the Caribbean, diabetes is just soaring. It's one of those things. I know my sister, who's a nurse practitioner and actually a doctor of nursing, she did her thesis on diabetes. And, she wanted to bring that thesis to the Bahamas because it was about just maintaining, make sure that you're testing yourself every day, making sure that you're monitoring yourself, because oftentimes it's not being done. She traveled all the way to Switzerland to present her thesis based on and regarding diabetes. So 1 in 10 ages 20 and over have diabetes. So guys, this is serious. This is serious. We really need to reevaluate, relook at, and decide, what are we going to do? Well, guys, I'm going to show you some short testimonies, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about these products. Hold on one second for me. Let me make sure my sound is on. Give me 1 second. I got to admit some people. Okay, so the first testimony I'm going to share with you guys is, I consider her my sister. She considers me her sister. We have worked together for years, over a decade. I mean, it sounds crazy, but yes, Dr. Helen Delahousse Clay, the CSMO of Sankey Global, her and I have literally been friends for over a decade. I have, been, and I remember in the beginning, I was her personal administrative assistant, to the point where we then became even closer as sisters, traveled together all over the place, did business together. We are in business. We have other companies other than Sankey together that we do. But back in, this would have been December of 2019, she was in the air. She does not like to sleep on planes. And so she was, WhatsApping me back and forth in the middle of the morning. She's heading from, I think that was Florida to Las Vegas to get to headquarters for Sankey. And she lands. And so we were talking, and then she suddenly says to me, I have to get back on another plane. I'm like, what? You just reached to Vegas. What happened? She said, Ruthann, Eric has been shot in his head by an AK-47. They're not sure if he's dead or not. I have to get to Charlottesville. I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina. I have to get there now. So I got to get back on the plane. So I was like, oh my God. She said, just pray. When she got there, guys, he had been pronounced dead. I think on 2 occasions they had brought him back. Basically half of his skull had been blown away, because the bullet went through and basically messed up half of his brain. And so at this point, there was one young doctor, because all the older doctors, and the sad part is she was in an area where persons were very prejudiced of Black individuals, and he's very tatted down. So, they look at him and think, oh, gang member, I don't need to waste my time on you. And so most of them did not want to operate on him. They were like, no, he doesn't have any chance to live. We're not doing it. a young white doctor decided, he said, you know what if this was my son? What if this was one of my family members? He took the chance and he operated. After operating, guys, they told Dr. Helen, well, once she landed, they said, listen, he might come out of this, he might not, but I give him 48 hours. 48 hours, let's see what happens. And so literally, guys, my sister, Dr. Helen, has insanity faith. Listen, y'all think y'all got mustard seed faith out there? No, she got fields, lakes, mountains, hills. She has insane faith. She had us all on literally like a 24-hour prayer vigil. Are you hearing me? And many on this call might know that we're on that in the company at that time. We were literally on round the clock prayer vigil, literally praying for Eric. Guys, it got to the point where they said, you know what? He's just going to die. There's nothing more we can do. So you know what she did? She did the cray-cray thing, like real cray-cray. She said, oh, okay, y'all leaving him for dead? You know what? Get the Balage, and I want to put it in his IV. What? Yeah, y'all have already said y'all leaving him for dead, right? Okay, I want the Balage put in his IV. And you know what? Whilst you're at it, put that Hasaki in his stomach tube to feed him. What? Ma'am, y'all tell me he dead, right? Y'all have him for dead, right? Okay, so I can put my prayers and my faith, and I can put my faith on these products and put my products on this faith. So you put the Balage in his feeding, in his IV, and I want you to put the Hasaki in his feeding tube. And so that's what they did. Guys, within days, this young man started to come back around. Within less than a month, this boy was up and walking. And he has had multiple surgeries because his skull had to be put back on. His plate had to be put back on because it literally had sunken right in. So they had to put a plate back in his skull to bring it around it. So I'm going to show you a video of after it all had happened, okay? And he's now taking the Balage. He takes it every day along with his Canoe Fire at Night. But here is Not Our Sons. This is Eric Delahousse.
You can, but you got to start doing these yourself since it's been helping you a lot. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, you can take it off. There you go, son. Good job. Okay.
Don't drink the head, drink.
One thing I can say, guys, it's amazing how a video, a picture can show you, can really allow you to see what truly happened. I don't know if you saw that picture where his skull was dented in and you saw those stitches on his skull. You saw that pipe, the hose suction coming out of the middle of his skull. Listen, these products have done some amazing things. Did it cure anything? No, we are saying that it allows the body to do what God created the body to do, which is what? Heal itself, guys. That is what these products are amazing for. It allows the body to do what God created the body to do, which is heal itself, okay? And so to me, that blew my mind. And like I said, Dr. Helen has insanity faith. She don't have normal faith. She have insanity faith. So with her faith, with her prayers, with these products, some amazing things transpired. So now I'm going to show you a testimony, a short testimony of myself that I did, I think it was like 6 weeks in of me using the products. So here we go. Hi, my name is Ruth Ann from Freeport, Bahamas, and I came today to talk to you about Sanki Global. I've been taking their products for now going on 6 weeks.
especially the Balage, the Crenu, the Inner 7, and the Sankey. Well, all 4 products. Why am I coming to you today? I'm coming to you today because our mantra here is reverse, recover, and restore. And I just want to share with you how these products have assisted and aided me in reversing and recovering what I have. I have something called lupus transverse myelitis, neuromyelitis optica. It basically means that my myelin sheath is unraveling on my spine, and communication from my brain to my body sometimes isn't too good. It breaks up somewhere. It causes my muscles to weaken. It also allows parts of my body to be completely numb. Since taking these products, what have I found? My legs have awakened. The energy that's pulsating through them is amazing. I'm able to get up on my knees, something that I'm not usually able to do at all until I have help from a therapist. I've not been to physical therapy since August, which is going on, 6 months? And so things that I'm doing right now would have had to be done through physical therapy. So I've gotten up on my knees. I recorded this video today because I noticed that I was able to do something that I couldn't do before, which is very silly to some. I was able to press Ctrl Alt Delete on my computer. Usually when I used to do this, I would fall over because the core strength in my core was not there. And so to hold up both arms at the same time was very challenging. Very challenging. I'd fall over. However, just now when I did it, I was like, hold on, did I just do that? And so I had to record this video. And as I was recording the video, I noticed that my left eye is wide open. Why is that a big deal? I've gone blind in my left eye 2 years ago. And since then, it weakened because, of course, you can't see out of it, so you don't really know how wide it's open. So it was very droopy, like it was closing down like that. But I'm looking at it and it's bright. It may look like I have a little slow eye, but it's bright, it's open. So I'm seeing that. My right arm has come to life. It's tingling, it's nearly completely like wide awake. I'm excited. Oh, also my knees. My knees, they started locking. I can feel that if I was to stand, they would be locked. My calves have tightened, like you can feel the muscles there. I am super stoked to be an endorser of Sankey Global and to endorse the Balage, the Inner 7, the Crenu, and the Sankey. Oh, and also my bowels. Yeah, the subject we don't like to talk about. My bowels have literally come to life. They are functioning on a daily basis because sadly, this disease makes you incontinent. Yeah, the subject nobody likes to talk about. So I just had to come out here and tell you, reverse, recover, and restore, Sankey Global all the way, Balage, Sankey, Inner 7, and Crenu. So I want to share that with you, and I hope that you will be contacting me if there's anything going on in your body that you want to reverse, recover, and restore. Because basically all these products allow your body to do is to heal itself, but it creates the environment for that healing. So guys, look forward to hearing from you. Have a fabulous day.
Yes, guys. So that's me. Yeah, that's the diva herself. Dr. Ruth Ann, all the way from Freeport, Bahamas. I needed to share that with you guys because that was when I first started on these products, okay? And all I can tell you is since then, the things that are still happening to me are just simply amazing. Like I said there, my hands, my right arm started to tingle. Well, the backstory on that was that literally my right arm had gone completely numb by the end of 2017 after I'd come out of a coma. And so it literally, I could not do anything with it. And my trade is graphic design. So I actually had to learn to do everything with my left hand. And so to the point where I couldn't even hold a pen in my right hand. I couldn't bring my pointer and my thumb finger together. And now, guys, I can do it. And I'm going to probably do a video to show you all that and show you all how I can actually hold a pen now and write to the point where at our last election, I had to have somebody help me to assist me to mark my X because I couldn't hold the pen for myself. So trust me, when I tell you, I am so excited. I'm able to actually sign documents now. I don't have to mark an X anymore because it literally got to the point where I had to mark an X because I couldn't hold the pen to do my signature. So, you know, when that happens, they tell you got to start marking an X versus your signature, which really sucked because I was like, okay, now I just feel kind of silly, you know. But not anymore, guys. I can sign my name. Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about these products. But before I do that, I have two more testimonies. Let's see. I have Queen Elaine Lightburn out of Turks Island sharing her testimony. She suffers with lymphedema, but she was one of the individuals that I will finish telling you the story about the green liquid that happened and that they tested her finger. And I'm going to tell you what they did when we're finished with this video.
My name is Griselda Lightborn from Turks and Caicos. The question was asked, why Sankey? Why now? You see, I've been diagnosed with lymphedema in my lower legs for the past 10 years, and since taking the Sankey products since November 2019, I've noticed that I haven't been admitted to the hospital, which was very frequent with infections. I've also noticed my energy level has increased, and it's working for my joint pains, my nail. I'm seeing growth in my nails. So what I would like to do, I'd like to invite you guys to journey with this global movement while we reverse, recover, and we restore.
Yes, guys, that's my girl, Griselda Elaine Lightburn, Queen Elaine out of Turks Island. And so the story about the green liquid. So she was given this thing, like I told you, that was scanned, and we were all nosy trying to figure out what it was. They gave us the green liquid, and 20 minutes later, they pulled these people in the back to give them this thing again. So we called them. When she came back to the desk, you know, we like, Elaine, what that all about? Like, what they doing in the back there, man? She said, I know, it's something they doing on my nail bed. So then they did the presentation and they showed us what they had done. They had scanned with a micro scanner that we have at Sankey Global. They had scanned the nail bed originally to show us how their capillaries, how I think it was like 6 people that they did, how their capillaries, how were their blood vessels moving. Okay, that's how the microscanner was able to go through the bed and actually see their blood vessels. And then they showed us how it looked after they drank our Belage. And guys, the difference was night and day. Literally, when they first did it, some of them were cloudy. Some of them you could not see any type of spaces. You couldn't even see the capillaries. It just looked like pinkish red, like you couldn't see anything. And then after drinking the Belage, now you started to see the outline of the capillaries coming out. Some of them had, you could see the capillaries, but they were twingly, like they were all tied up. And then after the Belage, they had straightened out. Some had no space at all, like you could see them, but there was no space. And then after drinking the Belage, they started to space out with more oxygen in them. Guys, I was like, okay, this is something we got here. This something new. And guys, I remember going back to Dr. Helen's house that night, and I was getting a magnet test done by Queen Rhonda Isaacs, natural pathologist. And all I can say is when she was doing it, I said, Rhonda, and sorry for the horn, guys, someone's alarm just went off. And I said, Queen Rhonda, I said, is it possible for me to even feel any tingling in my fingertips? She said, Ruth Ann, if these products do what they're supposed to do, you're supposed to feel something. I was like, okay, if you say so. So sure enough, guys, I started to feel something. And so from then, that's where my impression came from these products, utilizing the products, taking them every day. And to the point where during the year, back maybe about October, I said, you know what, I want to try not taking the products because I've been on the products for 10 months. I wanted to know, are they going to work? You know, like what's going on? Have they changed anything in my body? And guys, I didn't feel, I didn't take them for like 2.5 weeks. I think it was about 2.5 weeks. Then I started to feel like, okay, a little bit more pain here or whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, this product actually lasted in my system now for about 2+ weeks, which to me was amazing. It had started to do some things in my body that needed to happen. And one thing before I get into the products, the last thing is that and I want to share one more testimony that I'll share after the Balaj, is that my doctor, Dr. Nelson, I'll never forget what she said to me back in 2015 when I first was diagnosed with all my beautiful condition that God has blessed me with for right now. I remember her saying to me, I said, man, Dr. Nelson, man, how are you gonna know this thing, this thing getting better? She said, Ruth Ann, you're gonna know that you're getting better because everything is gonna start reversing. That was her exact words. And so to now be a part of a company where we believe in reverse, recover, and restore, and I'm watching as things are reversing and recovering and restoring in my body, it has really blown me away. Truly, truly blown me away. So guys, these are our dynamic 4 products that we have. Our Hasaki, listen, this is made out of the cacao, and it's done by a scientific process that we have called Bovia. And so listen, this nourishes the microbiota with over 596 metabolites. It improves protein absorption by 20%. Why is this so important? Because we don't realize that oftentimes we're putting in all this different stuff, but the protein is not getting in our body. But this opens up the cells to allow for the protein to get into your body. It increases the oxidation of fat, and it provides energy to trillions of the mitochondria. The mitochondria, guys, is the energy of your cells. You don't realize that tiredness, that fatigue, that's not normal. Sometimes it does not mean that you need to sleep more. It means that your mitochondria is worn out. It is depleted. You are down to 0. You have no gas in your tank. You need to be cleaned out. You need new gas. You understand? You need to be flushed. But guys, we have our Balaj. Our Balaj reactivates our body's antioxidants. It increases energy production naturally. It improves blood circulation, and it increases hydration at the cellular level. All of our products, just for information, have something advanced technology that we've created called an ADS, which is an advanced delivery system, which means it gets immediately into the bloodstream, gets immediately into the body to do what it needs to do. Even with the Hasaki, for example, it is protected within the gastric acid, so it's still, it gets in and it can do what it needs to do. I know Dr. Lee Laney, speaking about the Hasaki again, of Cleveland Clinic, spoke about this Hasaki, and he said what amazes him about it is the intelligent force within it, because it turns up the flora if it needs more flora in your gut, and it turns it down if you need less. And guys, if you've never heard of the microbiome, which our products really speak to, you need to get on our call tomorrow night at 7:30. So please ask the person that brought you to this call about that call, so that you could know more about why the microbiome is so important and what is it about, which simply is all the different germs and bacteria that is needed in your body to really live. And our products help to feed that bacteria, the good bacteria, not the bad, and make sure that the bad is, to its minimum. It's needed for a reason, but it does not need to take over. So our Balaj reactivates our body's antioxidants. It increases energy production naturally, improves blood circulation. So any men on this call that suffer with impotence. Yes, I said it. Impotence, yes. Your things ain't doing what they're meant to be doing. This will make sure that what? Improves blood circulation. Did you hear me? Okay. You ain't gonna take the blue pill, you ain't gonna take Cialis and all these other things, and honey goat weed and all these things he's be taking. This, guys, will improve the blood circulation because it allows all of the cells to open up. It starts moving the blood through the heart the way it should. It increases hydration at the cellular level. Why is this important? Guess what? First of all, it's able to permeate the eye wall barrier because of its nanotechnology. So it's nanoparticle size. This means that if you suffer with any sort of anxiety, depression, Alzheimer's, dementia, it can permeate the brain barrier to get in there and do what? Hydrate at the cellular level. If you're having problems with your eyes, what can it do, guys? Hydrate at the cellular level, permeate that barrier, get in and do what it needs to do. So before we go on, I just want to share this testimony. Now, I'm going to cut it short in the middle of the testimony because it's a little long, but I just wanted the beginning of it to be heard. It's a cancer testimony about a lady in Mexico at our 10-year reunion last year, February, who's talking about, I think it's her sister or her daughter-in-law that had the cancer, and I think it was stage 2 or 3, and basically they started her on the Balaj and the Inner 7, and the results were amazing. So we're just going to listen in. You're going to hear Jose Avida translating as this lady shares her testimony.
De cáncer revertido en menos de 6 meses. Testimonials from cancer that we have been able to revert.
Wow.
Aquí que se los voy a compartir los análisis de una sobrina mía. The medical analysis from my nephew. Esposa de mi sobrino, realmente una sobrina política. My nice husband. Fue diagnosticada con cáncer de mama grado 2, with, grado 3, breast cancer, grade 2 and 3. En octubre primero de este año que pasó. October the 1st. Tenía su cáncer en sangre 199. At her blood at 199. El 20 de enero. January 20, ahora mismo acabado de pasar. Just a couple of weeks ago. Su cáncer ha bajado. Her cancer has been dropping down. 29.30. To 29.3.
Wow.
Que ha estado tomando. The only thing that she has been drinking. 3 velas diarias. 3 velas per day. Un Iner 7. 1 Iner 7 per day. Su doctora le dijo. Her doctor said. Izumi. ¿Qué está pasando contigo? ¿Cómo te estás? Es japonesa la muchacha. Okay, she's from Japan, so that's ¿Qué es lo que estás haciendo extra? Hey, what are you doing? What is the extra? ¿Qué es lo que estás alimentándote? What are you porque eating? Tengo 3 pacientes diagnosticadas en el mismo tiempo tuyo. Sus quimioterapias son muy fuertes. And their chemotherapies are very strong. Y están peor cada día. And they are worse every day. Tu cáncer está bajando. Your ¿Qué estás cancer haciendo? Is dropping down, is going down. What are you doing? Jesus. Le dijo, estoy usando un producto japonés. I'm using a Japanese product. Que me está ayudando a esto. That is helping me on this. Ahora mismo su doctora tiene el nombre de Sanki en las manos. Now that doctor has a Sankey on her hands. Entonces, ustedes que están acabando en las redes, felicidades. You that are just joining Los felicito. Our team, estoy súper feliz con ustedes. I'm very happy that you are joining this family. Porque yo quiero trabajar así como ustedes también. I want to work as you are. Mucha gente no me está respondiendo. A lot of people is not answering to me. Pero María Estrella tiene el compromiso conmigo. Has their biggest commitment de no parar jamás.
So guys, I wanted to share her testimony because to me that is so powerful because, you know, here in the Bahamas, you know, sometimes they want to say blame it on the water, but we have such a high diagnosis for cancer. Women suffering with cancer every single day. So Balaj, Inner 7. Now the Inner 7, what is it and why is it so important? It has the essential minerals needed in our body, guys. The main 2 minerals are magnesium and potassium. And the plus about this, that it has an additional 50 minerals in it as well. It comes from the depths of the Okinawa Ocean in a blue area, which means that this is literally cornered off only for medical purposes. And so they go deep down into the ocean. And why so deep? Because guess what? All of the, you know, poisons and all the toxins that might be in the ocean, they stay at the top. And so this is deep down in the ocean where they pull this up and then they purified it. It's left with the magnesium and potassium, like I said, and this assists in aiding in balancing your body to the pH of 7. That's why the name Inner 7. It improves natural defense mechanisms. It balances your pH. It stimulates relaxation and revitalization. It improves digestion and recovers your body's essential minerals. Guys, this is essential and amazing for hormonal imbalance, as well as thyroid, anything going on with us women. This truly helps. We also have persons that use it just in hot water by itself, just to actually pass, to have a good bowel movement as well. So guys, this Inner 7 is incredible. I mix the Inner 7 with the Balaj and the Crenue hot. I drink that every single day together. Our Cronui or Crenui or Crenute fire, it reduces the absorption of calories in sugars and carbs, gastric protection and antioxidation, and it increases thermogenesis at the fatty tissue layer. So what does this mean, guys? Well, 1, You have an incredible sleep when you drink Kranu Fire. It helps you to have those 6 layers of sleep, the theta, the gamma, the beta, the alpha layers of sleep. It allows you to go through them, and you'd be surprised. Sleep is important. Don't say that you're a person that does not sleep, because guess what? You need sleep in order to do what? Recover your organs on a daily basis. This is when your body resets, when you sleep. So if you're not sleeping, guys, we need you to sleep so that your body can start doing what? Coming to a level of homeostasis. That's what our products are about, making sure your body can start to balance itself. What else does it do? For persons that are suffering with high blood pressure, diabetes, guess what, guys? This is the product for you. It is going to lower your pressure levels. It's going to lower your sugar levels, because why? It's burning the sugars and carbs that you've taken in during the day. It's making sure to minimize them, take them out, burn them, get rid of them out of your body, okay? Also, gastric protection and antioxidation, making sure to get into the body and doing what it needs to do in the gastric system in your stomach. It increases thermogenesis to remove fatty tissue. It burns fat whilst you sleep. What? Can I get an amen? That's what I'm talking about. Like, who doesn't want to burn fat whilst they sleep? I know I do. That's why I take it. Listen, this product is amazing, guys. It is fantastic for that. And then some people say, well, hold on, I'm skinny. I don't need to lose no weight, so I don't need to take that product. But I have high blood pressure, so what y'all have for me? Yes, you need the Kranu Fire, because guess what the Kranu Fire is going to do for you? It's not going to cause you to lose weight, because you don't need to lose weight. Remember, homeostasis, balance, intelligent force. Our products have an intelligent system all on its own. So guess what it's going to do, guys? It's actually going to start burning the fat out of the arteries, the gook and the plaque buildup out of your arteries, to make sure that those are all cleaned out as well. So guys, with that being said, I want to say my name is Dr. Ruth Ann Newton Lightburn out of Freeport, Bahamas, here to serve. And just as a picture, just so you know, of the micro scanner. Okay, so this is how similar what we saw on the screen when they first did the scan on some persons, where you could kind of see the capillaries, but you can't really see them. And then, as you can see, after drinking the Belage, you can actually see the blood vessels pulling through, trying to pulsate out of it. And it's literally this simple little tool here that literally shows you the blood cells at the microcellular level. But I also want persons to know and be aware that, guess what? We have research manuals. We have the white paper. So for those persons that are like, okay, I need more information, I need to know more. Well, guys, we have more. We have the clinical trials regarding the active ingredients that make up the Sankey products. It is all natural. We are farm to table. What does that mean, and why is it important? Farm to table simply means we own all of the farms that we our products are used. So we own our rosemary farms, our tea farms, our Japanese black beans farms. We own our cacao, our cocoa farms. We also own our olive tree farms. And we also spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on some of the oldest trees in the world. We have trees dating back before the birth of Christ, the olive trees that we've transplanted into the olive vineyards, so that the nutrition out of those trees, the nutrition of a over 2,000 plus year old tree, can go into the fields and nurture the other olive plants, so that nutriment can come to us. Okay, guys? We are in the JAMA, the medical news. We also have the Blue Ocean Strategy, okay? So these are things that you can ask the persons that brought you to the call. If you need to see these information, we can share it with you. Also, we have the BSCG, guys. This is certifying that our products are drug-free for those athletes out there. Yes, our products are not just for persons that are, oh, I'm sick. Oh, this is happening. Oh, this. Guys, these products are for people who want to live optimally. You already feel like you're 100% and you're all good. Listen, if you want to see yourself live 1,000 and take yourself up a notch and rev it up, take your Belage on a daily basis. You will feel it, guys. And right to the bottom is just telling you the different technologies that we have created, which is our Ozone enzyme. We're now at 5 for our Belage. The Auxilia Night Reset is in our Kranu Fire, our Inner 7, then our Bovia process for the Hasaki. So with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for getting on our pop-up shop. Party, yes, this is what it was, just a pop-up party for Sankey Global, and we probably will have more of these throughout the week. I'm here to serve, I'm here to help our team, and yes, this is a business, but that's not what I came to talk about. So if anybody wants to know more about the business, please get back to the person that brought you to this call, and then if they need me to do a private meeting for them, that's not a problem, but that's not what I came to talk about. I came to share about how can we as the Caribbean country, as Caribbean nations, because we have people on here from the BVI, people on here from Turks Island, people on here from all over the Bahamas and elsewhere. I want to just welcome you and say, you know, try the products, give the products a try. You will be amazed at what the Sankey products can do. You'll be amazed at what the Ballage will do for your body. I know we had an athlete that ran a virtual New York marathon last year, August, and she shaved 19 minutes off of her time. I was sharing with an athlete today. I said, do you know what 19 minutes is for an athlete? Normally you hear, oh, this athlete they just won and they shaved 1 minute off of their old time. They shaved 30 seconds off of their old time. You know what 19 minutes is? Anyway, so I will say, and you know, as Bahamians, as Caribbean people, we are athletes. So all I say to you, if you know persons that are athletes, share the Ballage with them. They need the products, the Hasaki, the Ballage, get them on the products. They will be amazed. And it's drug free. So it's nothing, there's no drugs going in their body. It's just literally their body aligning to where it should be and allowing the body to do what it needs to do. And once again, like I said, our products are here to bring your body to homeostasis, to allow the body to do what God created it to do, which is heal itself. So good night, my friends, and have a fabulous, fantastic night. And I'm here to serve. And those that know me know I stand true to that word. So if you need any assistance, get back to the person that brought you to this call. And if they need help, they'll give me a call and I'm here to help. Have a great night, my friends.